So this year's multiplayer mastery camo grind isn't anywhere near as hard as you think it is. It may seem it with the 100 headshots, but after you get those 100 headshots, it is very, very easy. I think some of the more difficult weapons were definitely the baseball bat and the HE1. Those have got to be two of the most annoying weapons I've ever tried to get a mastery camo on. But once I figured out what I was actually doing, it got so much easier. So for a majority of the weapons, I was playing hardcore face-off mosh pit, just because you're basically playing 2v2 maps as a 6v6, meaning you're getting so many more kills in a shorter duration of time. But I don't recommend that you play hardcore for every single weapon. There are some weapons like the snipers that I don't think it's worth playing in hardcore because you want the maximum amount of health for yourself, especially if you're going for headshots, because the sniper is obviously going to one-shot them. And I also think it changes when it comes to the special camos. The special camos vary per weapon, so there will be more about that later in the video. Now, more specific about the game modes and the maps, if you're playing the face-off mosh pit, you do want to be voted for Stakeout. It is the smallest map in the playlist, and to be fair, everybody else that is searching in that playlist is also looking out for Stakeout. But that's not to discourage you from playing the other maps. For example, if you are playing in the mosh pit playlist and you do need to get long shots, Gala is a great map for that. And to be honest, so is Warhead. And personally, when I was going for the camo grind, I refused to play Kill Order. That is because I was playing with a group of friends who also didn't really like Kill Order. So we'd back out into the lobby until we found a game mode that we did prefer. But if it is the headshots that you're currently going for, then it should not matter which game mode you're really playing. Take your time, focus on getting that headshot, and you should be all good. So to be more specific on the headshot challenge, I do recommend different things per category of weapon. So let me explain what I mean by that. So for example, ARs, I recommend playing core, which actually a lot of people agree with me on, because ARs are usually hard hitting within themselves anyway, and should be maybe a 2-tap to the head depending on the distance. But if you think that you're still getting too many hit markers, then I do recommend going over to hardcore. But core does allow you to miss a couple shots, still get hit markers, and readjust to the head so you can actually confirm the headshot kill, which is why I think a lot of people that have already grinded for the dark matter camo agree with core being better for certain weapons. Weirdly, when I used the ARs, the holographic sight really helped me with headshots. I have no idea what it was. It was something to do with the kick or something, but I got way more headshots when I used the holographic scope. So try that out. Hopefully that works. Let me know if it does, or if it doesn't, let me know what helped you in the comments. But for me, that weirdly worked. Next up would be SMGs. I personally think SMGs is better on hardcore because of how fast the fire rate is on all the SMGs, especially the compact. You can sprint around the wrap as fast as you possibly can and get a bunch of headshots in a row. I just really recommend focusing on getting the headshot. I know that's very obvious in saying that, but take your time. I think it's a really obvious thing to note, but still, I really recommend you be patient and take your time. I personally think that SMGs are one of the easier categories of weapons to actually get gold or diamond. So hopefully for you guys, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And like I mentioned, ARs, a lot of people do ARs in core. I personally did them in hardcore. I did like most of my weapons in hardcore. But for example, the Goblin, I really enjoyed actually using that one in hardcore. It's literally a one shot no matter where you shoot on the body. But a lot of people were complaining about how difficult it was to get headshots. But personally, I used a specific scope. I think I used the Kepler red dot sight. It was really good for me. I literally use it on all my weapons, even after I've achieved all the dark matter camos. And again, it's about taking your time and being patient, maybe even getting a flank off and getting a few headshots from behind. That is all that matters, is that you're getting the headshots. If you're somebody who worries about their KD, I don't think the camo mastery grind is really for you. Unless you're doing it really strategically, it's going to take quite long if you do care about your KD. If not, it's better for you if you die. In the long run, you'll be put into easier lobbies because of how low your KD is. Not saying that your KD is going to be terrible after doing the dark matter grind, but it does help when you are in the easier lobbies. Next up was shotguns. I only use shotguns in hardcore just because it was not worth getting the hit markers at all. I didn't really enjoy doing the shotgun, especially the Marine SP. I hated using that shotgun. The other one, the fast fire, I think it's the ASG. I actually quite enjoyed that one. I played with that one on Stakeout, and I probably got all the headshots done in less than 10 games, mainly on Stakeout. I wouldn't really use a shotgun on any of the other face-off maps. But yeah, using shotguns in Stakeout was perfect. Next up was LMGs. I did try core and hardcore for LMGs. I specifically played core on the final LMG just because it was a little bit more difficult. I don't know why. I felt like my aim was terrible using that LMG. But for the XMG and the PU-21, I think it is, I did play in hardcore, and I got the headshots for those LMGs pretty quickly. I don't remember exactly which scope I used for the LMG, but I will let you know later on in the video. But personally, getting Red Tiger on the LMGs wasn't too difficult. Next up was the marksman rifles. I highly recommend playing hardcore for the marksman rifles just because it's always a one-shot headshot. And for any of the burst weapons, I do recommend putting on single fire. You're basically using alternative versions of the Goblin or even the Tarkov, and putting them on single fire just made it a whole lot easier for me. Again, using one of the Kepler red dot sights. Finally, on the primary weapons, we have snipers. A lot of people are having problems with snipers. I recommend playing core, because in core you'll get maximum health, and obviously a sniper shot to the head is going to be one shot. So it's not really worth the hassle playing in hardcore when you're going to die quicker and not have as long to dial in and focus on getting that headshot. So moving on from the headshots with the primary weapons, we are on to the pistols. The pistols I actually quite enjoyed using because they're all one shot in hardcore. Again, I do recommend playing hardcore, specifically the face-off mosh pit. The pistols are really, really lightweight, so you can sprint around the map pretty quickly and get behind the enemies and get easy headshots. I do recommend having the Kepler red dot sight again, just because it's easier to scope in using that than the iron sights. Now onto one of the hardest secondaries are the launchers. The Sigma isn't too difficult just because you can lock onto all the score streaks, but the HE1, a lot of people have been struggling with the HE1. I did the HE1 pretty early and the camos were glitched at one point, but to get the eliminations or destroying the score streaks, it was pretty easily. You can even hop into hardcore face-off if you wanted and just absolutely just launch the rockets down hallways where people are guaranteed to be. Just be wary, you might kill a few teammates though, so be careful. And the last but not least are the melee weapons. The knife was pretty simple and so was the baseball bat, but that's for now. The baseball bat definitely changes. The knife does also, but the baseball bat was my final dark matter weapon to get. Just keep that noted. Also, I'd like to add, if you notice that you're getting towards the end of reaching the red tiger camo on one of your weapons, make sure you have another class set up for the next weapon that you're going to be getting headshots on. It just makes the whole process a little bit faster, and also having the launchers or pistols already as your secondary, especially the ones that you're working on. Moving on to the special camos. So I'm going to be extremely specific about this. I'm going to read the exact specialty camo challenge and give you the best advice for each one. So first up was the XM4, get 30 kills shortly after sprinting with the XM4. Pretty self-explanatory. Sprint, aim down your scopes, get a kill. 30 times. You'll do that over time in hardcore face-off, to be honest. Same with the second XM4 special camo. Get a kill without taking any damage 30 times with the XM4. Literally, you'll spawn probably behind somebody in stakeout. You can get a free kill there and just do that 30 times. And I'm sure you'll get kills without taking damage multiple times, without even intending to. But yeah, for the XM4, I do recommend playing hardcore face-off. Next is the AK-74. Get 50 eliminations with the AK-74 while the strategist combat specialty is active. The strategist combat specialty is the green perks, so make sure you have all green perks equipped. Next was get 20 kills with the underbarrel launcher attached to the AK-74. Again, very self-explanatory. I recommend playing hardcore. The games are extremely quick. You'll probably get 10 of these in one game. You'll get that done pretty quickly. Next up is the AMES. Get a kill without taking any damage 30 times. Same as the XM4. You know how to do that one. And also get 2 kills without reloading 10 times with the AMES 85. Basically, pop on an extended mag and you should get that done pretty easily. Just make sure you're not reloading after every kill, because I know that is a force of habit for a lot of people, but I'm sure you can get over it. Next up is the GPR-91, one of my favorite ARs, by the way. Get 30 kills shortly after sprinting with the GPR-91. Again, very self-explanatory. Even if you spawn, you just sprint straight away and aiming down the scopes, you'll get a kill. Just do that 30 times and you'll be chilling. Next up is get 50 kills while moving with the GPR-91. There are some attachments that allow you to move faster. I didn't really care for them. Just scope in and make sure you're moving with your left stick or WASD, and that'll count. It's very easy. It's not as difficult as it sounds. You don't have to be sliding in, diving while getting them or anything, so it's very chill. You should be able to get this. Next up is the Model L. The Model L, get 50 kills while the Enforcer combat specialty is active with the Model L. That is the red perks. It doesn't specifically matter which red perks you have on. Just make sure you have 3 of them on and it should give you the Enforcer combat specialty. And luckily, the second challenge with the Model L is get 50 kills with the suppressor equipped on the Model L. You can do them both at the same time. That is the same with the other ones as well. That is the same with a few other challenges as well. You can get multiple done at once. So just make sure you're looking at both of them before you start one of them. Now moving on to the Goblin. Get a kill without taking any damage. Again, very easy. Get 20 kills with the underbarrel launcher attached to the Goblin. Again, you're probably going to get more kills with the launcher than you do with the normal weapon. Load into hardcore face-off and shoot down those hallways. That's all you got to do. For the final AR, the AS Val, get 50 kills with the Recon combat specialty is active with the AS Val. The Recon combat specialty is all the blue perks, so make sure you've got 3 blue perks equipped. For hipfire kills, I recommend just sprinting around the map, literally not scoping in and holding your trigger or your RT, your R2, your shoot button, left mouse button. It's really, really not that difficult. You'll get it done in probably 1 or 2 games. Like I said, after getting to Red Tiger, it's extremely easy. Next, we're on to the SMGs. The C9, get 30 kills shortly after sprinting with the C9. Very self-explanatory, and also get 50 kills with the suppressor. Make sure you got the suppressor on and start getting those kills, and you should be able to get them done within 50 kills, hopefully. Next SMG is the KSV. Get 2 kills without reloading 10 times with the KSV. Again, put on an extended mag and it should be pretty easy. And also get 50 kills while moving. Next up is the Tanto. A lot of people have been enjoying the Tanto, so it should be pretty easy. Get 50 kills while moving and get a kill without taking any damage 30 times. You'll get these along the way. Don't stress about it. Should be easy. Next SMG is the PP919. Get 30 hipfire kills and get 50 kills while the strategist combat specialty is active. It's very, very, very self-explanatory. Sorry that I keep repeating myself, but I'm trying to make it as easy enough for you guys to understand. I'd recommend playing hardcore for this one, as I do for most of the SMGs. Moving swiftly onto the Jackal, get 30 kills shortly after sprinting. Very easy. And the first one of this kind is get 30 point blank kills. What I'd recommend is playing hardcore face-off for getting point blanks. If you lie down at a doorway at an off angle, you should be able to get people running at you. And by the time that they've noticed you on the floor, they should be really close to you. And all you have to do is shoot them. Final SMG is the Compact. You have to get 30 hipfire kills and also get 30 kills shortly after sprinting. Very, very easy. Again, you can do those both at the same time. Personally, I really, really enjoyed the Compact. A lot of people said it shoots too fast, but I enjoyed it. Next up are the shotguns, which I did all on hardcore face-off. The Marine SP's special camo unlock requirement is get 30 hipfire kills and also get 30 kills shortly after sprinting. The ASG is get 30 point blank kills, which with a shotgun shouldn't be too difficult. Just make sure you're running in, or be at an off angle, waiting for people to run through door entrances and then running up to them and shooting. And also get 50 kills while moving. Very, very, very easy for the shotguns, I think. Next is the LMGs. The PU21 is get 30 kills shortly after sprinting. Very easy. Just make sure you scope in as soon as you finish sprinting, because with LMGs, your ADS time is pretty slow. And also get 2 kills without reloading 10 times with the PU21. It's an LMG. It's going to have a lot of bullets in it, so it should be very easy. Next up is the XMG. Get 2 kills without releasing the trigger 5 times. That's basically get an extended mag on it and spray your life out until you get 2+ kills. You can do this in succession as well, so if you do get your 2 kills and you carry on holding your trigger down and you get 2 more, that'll count as 2 progress towards that camo. And also get 50 kills while moving with the XMG. I'd recommend doing the LMGs in hardcore, to be honest. It's extremely easy. You might die a lot, but hey, you're going to get a lot more kills than anybody else, I feel like. Next up is the GPMG, and you have to get 50 kills with the strategist combat specialty activated, and also get 30 point blank kills. The point blank kills is what people are getting annoyed about on the LMGs on. Just like I said, get up close and personal at a doorway, wait for people to come through and run at them and get those point blank kills. Next up are the marksman rifles. The SWAT 5.56, I do recommend using single fire, like I mentioned earlier. And it is get 50 kills with a 4x or higher magnification, which is pretty easy and pretty self-explanatory. It's not like you have to get long shots or anything. Just make sure you sit back so you can actually see them and they're not like this close to your face, basically. It's a lot easier to get them in long shots at that point. And also get 50 kills with the Enforcer combat specialty active. Again, you can do them both at the same time. Next up is the Tarkov. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but you have to get 50 long shot kills. I still do recommend playing hardcore with the Tarkov, but maybe try a different game mode that isn't face-off. So maybe like hardpoint or domination. If you're playing domination, you could find an angle that's looking down at B and you're going to get a long shot from that distance, and just keep an eye on it. And also get 50 kills with the strategist combat specialty active. Have the green perks on and you should get that done pretty quickly. Next is the AEK. I actually really enjoyed using the AEK. A lot of people did, I think. Get 2 kills without reloading 10 times. Pretty easy. And 50 kills with a 4x or higher magnification scope. The DM10 is the final marksman rifle, and you have to get 50 kills with the suppressor. Very easy. And also get 15 long shot kills with the DM10. It has a pretty long scope on it, I think, from the beginning, like the default scope, so that shouldn't be too difficult, but I'd still recommend playing that in hardcore. Now, finally, for the primary weapons, it is the snipers. We have the LW3A1 Frostline. You have to get 50 kills with the Recon combat specialty, and also get 2 kills without reloading 10 times. You should be able to do that. It's just like using a sniper. You don't have to do anything specific. Just make sure you've got the perks on and you should get that done pretty quickly. Same with the SVD. The SVD requires you to get 50 kills with the Recon combat specialty, which is the blue perks, and also get 50 kills with the 4 times or higher magnification scope. If you're really, really struggling to get those kills, I do recommend playing in hardcore, but you shouldn't really be struggling that much. They're basically all one-shot snipers. Finally, in the snipers, we have the LR 7.62, which will get 30 one-shot kills. It's a sniper, you're going to get that pretty easily, and also get 15 long shot kills. it's a sniper, you're going to get that pretty easily. Now moving on to the secondaries, we have the pistols. We have 9mm PM, which is get 15 kills shortly after switching weapons. Basically go around the map switching weapons. Make sure you've got your primary in your hand, switch, then peek the corner. Don't peek the corner, then switch, and then shoot them, because you're giving them more of a chance to kill you. And also get 50 kills with the suppressor equipped. Pretty easily, you can do them both at the same time. Next is the Grakova, which is the fast shooting pistol. You have to get 30 hipfire kills. Do that in hardcore. And also get 50 kills with the Enforcer combat specialty. Again, you're going to do those both at the same time. Now, second from last with the pistols is the GS45. For some reason, I actually didn't like this one. It just seemed a little too slow fire rate, but you'll do it pretty easily. It's just personally one of the worst pistols for me. Not that it was difficult, but out of the 4 pistols, it was the most difficult. What you have to do is get 30 point blank kills, do hardcore, and also get 15 kills shortly after switching weapons. Again, the exact same as before. Make sure you're peeking the corner after you switch weapons, not before, and you should get those kills pretty easily. And finally, the Strider, one of the fastest fire rates for the pistols, even compared to the Grakova, which is literally semi-automatic. You have to get 50 kills while moving, very easy, and also get 50 kills with the Recon combat specialty. We'll do those both at the same time as well, complete at the exact same time as well. Onto the launchers, we have the Sigma, which is get 10 direct hit kills with the Sigma. I did this in hardcore, I'm pretty sure. Just look down the hallway and stake out, and you should be able to get those kills pretty easily. And also destroy 10 aerial score streaks with the Sigma. You don't have to do this within a certain amount of games, so very, very easy for you. I personally did it in the core Nuketown 24/7. I did it on hardpoint and domination, just because on domination you can get put into a spawn trap. They're going to be getting a lot of kills, which means they're going to get a lot of score streaks. Easily look up in the sky, and it's going to be about 5 UAVs and 5 counter UAVs. Should be pretty easy. Until you're moving on to the HE1, which you then again have to get 10 direct hit kills with the HE1. Do that in hardcore. Pretty easy. Do it in face-off, whatever you prefer. And also to destroy 10 score streaks or enemy equipment. For the equipment, stuff like assault packs or scramblers does count as equipment, so make sure you're looking around on the floor for that. Put engineer on so they're highlighted red and you can see them through walls. And you should get the HE1 special camos pretty quick. Next up is the knife, which is get 50 kills with the Enforcer combat specialty. And it's pretty easy. Also get a kill without taking any damage 30 times. Again, pretty easy. If you're sprinting around fast enough, you should be fine. I do recommend using smokes though. Smokes helped me a lot when using the melee weapons. I did do the baseball bat in hardcore, I think. Yeah, for these kills I did do for hardcore, you have to get 15 kills shortly after switching. There was a problem with this though, so if you shoot with your primary and then switch to the melee, that should count as quickly switching. But sometimes it wasn't counting. It would be like if you didn't shoot with your primary, it wouldn't count as you switching from anything, so it wouldn't make any progress. So make sure you just shoot with your primary weapon, not towards anyone or anything. Just shoot it, then switch, and then get a kill with the baseball bat, and it should count towards it. Hopefully that helps for you. And also get a kill without taking any damage 30 times. Again, very self-explanatory. Throw smokes. Use the alternative attack using the melee. It's either LT, L2, or right mouse button if you're on mouse. And it is an insta-kill if you're in core game modes. Now, the gold camo I found really, really easy for most weapons. I say most. Because basically to complete the gold camo challenge, you have to get 10 double kills or better with the specific weapon. Because to complete the gold camo challenge, all you have to do is get 10 double kills or better with the specific weapon. With ARs, SMGs, LMGs, sniper rifles, shotguns, pistols, that should be extremely easy. Even melee weapons. I got most of my double kills in hardcore just because I could literally spray a mag and I'd get a double kill no matter where I was or what map I was playing. The maps are so small on face-off, so you could literally just look into somebody's spawn and 2 people are likely to spawn even in your sights. For launchers, it's a little bit more difficult. All you have to do is get 3 score sheet destructions in a total of 10 games, which sounds difficult, but it does also stack. So if you do get 6 using 1 rocket launcher in 1 game, it will count as towards 2 out of 10 in your progress. And that's to unlock gold. Once you've got everything gold in each category, you can then work towards diamond. For example, if you have all the SMGs done, you can then do diamond for every single SMG. And this one I found pretty easy as well, which is get 3 kills in 1 life 10 times. Sometimes I'll be lucky enough to get them done in 1 game. I'd like to say that I wasn't camping to get the 3 kills, but I was playing more cautiously than I was before. Obviously, if I've got 2 kills, I'm going to sit back a little bit and wait and maybe hold one of the points, waiting for somebody else to come along and get that 3rd kill. And honestly, this counts towards all the weapons except from the launchers. I'd recommend playing it on hardcore. If you don't feel comfortable playing hardcore, then obviously move over to core, maybe play Nuketown 24/7. You get to know that map very, very quickly, so you know exactly where people are going to be pushing, where the points are for hardpoint and domination, so you know where people are going to be. basically. But for me, I was playing hardcore face-off and I'd get the 3 kills very easily and I could just move on to the next weapon in the same game. But yet again, the launchers are different. You have to get 3 kills in a single match 10 times. Again, this carries over. If you get 3 kills without dying 2 times in one game, that will add 2 to your progress. So you could technically get diamond done in one game using the launchers. I also don't think it changes for either the launchers. They're both pretty similar when it comes to not shooting score streaks. They don't lock on or anything like that. So shooting down hallways, it's not difficult at all since you don't have to stay in one life. You can do it across the entire game. So do not stress about dying and getting these kills. Don't stress about the diamond. It's really, really, really simple. You don't have to stay alive for any of the kills. Literally get a kill and you can get 2 more kills 20 kills later and it'll still be fine. It will add up to the progress, so do not stress about it. You literally just need to get 3 kills in the entire match. So we're getting towards the end now. We're on to the Dark Spine Camo. The Dark Spine Camo is just before Dark Matter, but there are still 2 challenges you need to complete to be able to reach Dark Matter. So to start on Dark Spine, everything has to be diamond. All 33 weapons, the baseball bat, the knife, the launchers, and all the rest. After you've got everything diamond, you can then start on Dark Spine, which is get 3 triple kills or better with the specific weapon. A triple kill is basically 3 kills in quick succession. It'll come up at the top with a medal that says triple kill, or a fury kill, which is 3 kills plus, basically. Again, for me, these are really, really, really easy. Almost all weapons in the hardcore face-off, you're more than likely going to spot somebody coming towards you, and then there's going to be 2 people, for example, on stakeout. They're going to be in that little kitchen area, which are going to be looking down the hallway, so you can get 2-3 kills just like that. That is the best way I can explain it, is knowing where people are going to be. A good way to be doing that is using the recon perk, the blue perks. I'd recommend using that from the beginning, honestly. Recon perks help a lot, especially when you're on the small maps. And then for the melee weapons, make sure you're using smokes. Get close and personal. You want to make sure you're flanking as much as you possibly can when doing the melee kills. And that's really all I can recommend. Just get the smokes down and get behind them somehow. Find a way. If you don't know how, find a way out. And then the launchers, again, one of the only other different weapons is get 5 destructions of a score streak in a single match 3 times, which sounds very, very, very difficult. But if you're playing Nuketown 24/7 in core, I think that's better. Play domination or vote for domination or hardpoint, and people are going to get score streaks. Really, really, really focus on getting those score streaks destroyed. If you hear like the battle chatter tell you that the UAV inbound or something like that, get back to spawn and aim into the sky. Basically, with the HE1, there is a bit of a way to kind of judge how to shoot the score streaks. There'll be some videos on screen right now of me shooting score streaks with the HE1, hopefully. But obviously there's a lot that goes into it. You can also destroy like on ground score streaks, so like RCXDs, sentry guns, the attack helicopter called the Helo or something like that. That's pretty easy to destroy as well. Make sure you're just shooting a lot of LMG bullets or just weapon bullets into it until it's smoking, and then you should be able to get it destroyed within about 2 RPGs. And that also reminds me, with the counter UAVs, you want to make sure you put a little bit of fire into it before you actually do shoot it with the HE1. Shoot at it with your primary weapon a little bit just before, or shoot the HE1, quickly switch and then shoot it, and it should destroy it in 1 rocket then. Otherwise it's going to take 2. But yeah, I've heard Nuketown Core is really, really, really useful for that challenge specifically. And last but not least, we have Dark Matter. Dark Matter, the Dark Matter challenge I didn't find too difficult, to be honest. I think I found maybe the headshots was probably more difficult than Dark Matter. That's why I'd say like getting Dark Matter after you've done all Dark Spine is probably easier than like getting up to gold. I personally think that. I don't know if you guys agree, because I don't think I get 100 kills before I get a Dark Matter camo. I don't think that, like, oh sorry, after Dark Spine that is. But yeah, I think after Dark Spine it's pretty easy. You want to go for maybe a hardcore, depending on how you play, a hardcore or core. You could use score streaks to kind of help you try and get them, like UAVs and stuff, so you know where people are. But personally, hardcore worked for me. Basically get a bloodthirsty on every single weapon except from the launchers. With the launchers, you have to just get 5 kills in a single match 3 times. And yeah, you can do that in literally 1 game. If you get 15 eliminations with the RPGs or the launchers, then you know you get the Dark Matter. It's that simple. The melees, that was really, really difficult for me. I really, really hated doing a baseball bat. It was the final weapon I needed to get Dark Matter, and then I had all 33. But I did it on stakeout. I did it on hardcore, but I did actually mean to go into a core game, because I was doing a few others in core. I did it in a hardcore game, throw a bunch of smokes. I did camp a little bit. I waited at door entries, waiting for people to come through, and I'd smack on the head. And then for the last 2, You just have to be really patient, really. Really, really, really patient. Anyway, that's how I got dark matter. I think you guys could probably do it in maybe like 50 to 75 hours. I'd say that's probably like the range that a lot of people are averaging. I got it at about 80 or so. I wasn't majorly focused on getting the dark matter, but I did it in about 80 hours, 80 to 85, I think, something like that. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy this video and it did help you at all, please make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. And let me know what other videos you'd like to see down in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching. I've been Harry, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.